everybody, welcome to the StabCast.
How is everybody?
Good. I know, I'm doing good. We're here for another spooky Sunday. It's me and Mindy. I'm Dizzle.
And I'm Mindy.
And we're here to talk about summer camp movies because we've been doing our summer camp series, summer slashers, camp movies. But like if you ever go to camp, that's the one thing you're afraid of is getting killed.
Yeah.
You know,
or urban legends, basically just the whole camp thing as a whole. Yeah. And you might be asking, why the hell are they doing this so early? That's because for July 4th, I want to divert a little bit and ask Daniel, which I haven't yet, but I wanted to see if we could do the remake of, I know what you did last summer, or the reboot.
Yeah.
Because that was pretty good.
We could do something on that. That might be during my sabbatical, so we might pre-record that.
Yeah, something. We can pre-record that. That's fine. But yeah, so for everyone watching, we have a lot of good stuff coming up. I did ask a lot of you what your favorite summer camp horror movie was. None of you really responded except for a couple.
Shout out to them.
Shout out to them, exactly. So now I've made it more of a poll between two movies. You have Summer Camp, Sleepaway Camp, the first one, just the first one, and then Cheerleader Camp. Mm-hmm. Both are very corny. Both are very campy. They're just really good 80s B movies. Yeah. They do a really good job.
Sleepaway Camp or what?
Cheerleader Camp, the one that you liked with the boy.
Yeah. Sleepaway Camp's the one with the boy, too.
Well, she's a girl.
Yeah. She was a nice woman. It was nice meeting her.
She was Felissa Rose. This was a treat. She really was. Sweet. I hope she was
Schwammer, though. She could tip him back.
Yeah, but she was okay with us, though, because that was before she got hammered.
Yeah.
So, like, we were in the coffee buzz stage.
Yeah, and you and me really didn't drink much.
No, she didn't start drinking, though, until we came there.
Yeah.
Well, until after. I think it was like 11 o'clock when they're like, oh, my God, look at all those cups.
Yeah, I was like, God damn. So today, the reason we're here today is to talk about another summer camp slasher that I personally love. And this is kind of like last week because we did a witch last week, didn't we?
Yes, but this is a little bit different.
We're going to fucking Briarbrook.
And baby. The witch that he's talking about is Agatha. Agatha, though, she was a real person.
Agatha.
That's the thing. She was a real witch. She was a nurse, and they kicked her out, and they found out that she was a real witch who was living in the woods.
Agatha the Hagatha.
And in the beginning of our movie, we have a young girl who we later find out is Heather, one of the camp runners, and she's hiding while someone's like whispering her name. Mm-hmm. And she is like hardcore hiding, and it's like, what the hell? And then all of a sudden we time jump. I have no idea where we jump to. I think it's like somewhere in the 80s.
Yeah.
Because it never actually says.
Yeah.
The date, or
it feels I 80s.
Never saw it, but
Dylan's mullet says 80s.
It says 80s, and also the fact that Kelly's like, I don't know, Danny's kind of rad.
Yeah, they talk very 80s.
Yeah, it's a very 80s script, but that's not taking away from it at all. It makes
that's what makes it good.
Yeah, that's what makes it really, really good. And you find out quickly that Heather has something to do with this, but she has two boys. One is named Sean. He's very, very responsible. And then the other one we get introduced to very quickly.
By the way, the movie She Came from the Woods. I don't even know if I said that.
Yeah, we have it up here. She Came from the Woods.
Directed by Eric Bloomquist, who plays Danny also. And I think he does a great job in both. This is like a low-budget movie that I think is kind of a masterpiece, and it does everything it needs to do. The kills still feel fucking really like scary and good.
We are not going over the film Brian's Song. Stop it, AI.
No, She Came from the Woods.
She came from the woods.
You're damn right she did. And
she bloodlet in them.
And Hagatha came and she went. Hagatha.
Are you calling her Hagatha? Okay.
Agatha.
But yeah, so we're quickly introduced to the other son. What is his name? The other son?
We got
Peter
McAllister.
Peter, and he's fucking around on the ace, like on the intercoms and everything, and his girlfriend Lauren is like, I hate you and shit, and like she looks in his bag and she finds a bunch of needles.
Yeah.
And she's like, is there a drug habit I don't know about or something?
And by the way, Peter is an absolute dipshit.
Yeah.
Peter is the absolute. His character is the only one that I find like very like not relatable at all. And he doesn't. His whole thing is like, yeah, we're in this family, and I want to bring the witch out. And
but he doesn't know. That's the thing. They never told the kid.
And that's the character arc that he gets in, and then he finds out at the end, and then he gets fucking kaput.
Yeah.
But I just think he's too much of a hooligan at the beginning, and he's too fucking annoying about it. And like it's like his only personality trait is that he likes that.
We are not eligible. We are restricted.
What the hell did we do?
I don't know. I'm gonna just end this.
Fucking TikTok.
I'm gonna try it again. Go ahead, keep talking.
But yeah, Spencer List, who I do think does an okay job, and he's like an old childhood actor and shit. And he did a couple things in his youth, and he's like a good actor. So I don't want to say that he's bad in the role of Peter. I just think the role of Peter is kind of fucking stupid. And his whole personality arc is he wants to like release Agatha the witch. And then it's like he gets like, oh my God, she's killing people. It's like, yeah, that's what happens when you do that. Mm-hmm. It's kind of fucking stupid.
People get murked.
Are we still live on there?
I started it over.
Okay. But yeah, so I just think his role, I like Sean, his brother, a lot better.
Yeah.
I thought Sean was kind of a fucking badass.
Sean was very responsible.
He was super responsible. And I didn't think, and spoiler alert, everybody, but I did think it was like a plot twist that Peter ended up biting the dust. Because I thought he might make it. Like this movie does a really good job of the final people not being who you really thought they would be. Besides maybe like one or two.
Yeah.
But the people that are still standing and the people that die in this are very surprising.
Yeah.
You think a couple people are like the main characters and then they get fucked. And you're like, damn.
Yeah, exactly.
And this really does have a fun, charming ensemble cast of people that are acting their asses off and having fun with the scenery. And like Dylan is outrageous and terrible, but he's like doing it to the max. And that's what that character is supposed to be.
I love it in the beginning. These kids are having to play before they leave.
And even
the beginning, it's like, hey, Ben. And Ben's like, I'm working, Dylan. What? And he's like, do you think so-and-so would me if
well, Ashley, I believe.
Ashley, if I told her that this stirred my soul, and he's like, I don't know. And he's like, come on, Chinny, aren't you a little gay? And he's like, I'm more than a little, Dylan. Like, yes, no. And it's just like, oh my jeez. Yeah. And then he's like, have another swig. And then like all of a sudden this little kid's like, swig? I would love a swig. Yeah. And Dylan goes to give it to him. And the grandfather grabs it. It's like the head of the camp. And he like sips on it. And he is like, Dylan, you're pushing 30. It's time to upgrade the bug juice.
Let's start upgrade. That's hilarious.
It's just, it was very funny. It really was.
Yeah. No, and even Dylan's character is a little nuanced, like where they kind of like show at the end that maybe he's a little gay when he fucking has Ben strapped to a tree and he makes out with him.
Yeah, that was weird. But let's go back though, because we don't want to go too far.
Well, we're not going too far. I mean, we're talking about the whole movie, but
I know.
In the beginning, I mean, we have this family in Briar Brook that owns this motherfucker, the McAllisters.
Yes. And normally, like, you would have, like, a camp song, but other than that, he sings a song, actually. Yeah. And it's just really weird. And then they all leave and whatnot. And he has a saying called "Bury me at Briar Brook." Yeah. And that, hold on to that for later. That's going to come into play later on. And it was just, honestly, it was very shocking, the first thing that happened.
He was damn right.
Danny was basically finally getting up the nerve to get into Kelly's you-know-what. And Kelly told him, like, no, like, I have a boyfriend back home at school. And he's like, that's impossible. I would have found out. And she is like, oh, no, it's possible. Like, we are together. Yeah. And she goes over to the campfire with Lauren, and, like, she is like, oh, well, this guy, like, Danny's really rad, but this guy at Dartmouth is telling me how rad I am. And it's like, okay, so we're obviously in the 80s. Got it. Just the boy shorts are a little longer. Okay. And then Danny all of a sudden just comes out of nowhere and just expires her.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's gone. She's off the roster.
Yeah, Kelly gets fucked up.
What the hell? Yeah, she really does.
But like we said, Danny, the director of the film.
Yeah. I
thought he did a great job. And even he was like, because he was the shy dude that was into her and they were kind of into it, but he wouldn't make the move. And the whole, like, one of the sub stories at the beginning of the movie is that, all right. Huh? One of the subplots in the movie is that Danny likes Kelly. And then he went, and in the beginning, that's like, there's a lot of things hammered home, like the McAllisters owning it and old Gilbert wanting to retire, which is bullshit. And the mom being,
because who tells their grandson they're going to retire and doesn't tell their daughter?
Yeah.
Like, that is messed up.
Yeah. Old Heather.
But apparently all of the counselors, like, after they put people on the bus, and I told Daniel that this actually happens to young actors, as they're getting on the bus, Ben's like, fix your posture. Don't look at me. Get braces. And, like, and just starts, like, going off on these kids. And you have a cleft chin. You need to get voice lessons. It's like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Don't look at me.
And now that we're talking about the cast, Mike is by far my favorite. You
like Macho Mike?
Yeah, because I thought he was going to be one of the main characters, to be honest with you. I thought he's one, and I won't get too ahead, but he's one that I thought was going to make it out of this bitch. Because he was kind of a badass. The girls liked him. Him and Dylan had that little beef. It made sense the way it went with Dylan, which is, we got to get to that scene because it's probably my favorite in the movie.
Yeah.
But Mike is like kind of a hero type that's willing to save people. He's like the typical camp guy. He's a little horny, but he's like trying to help. And that's the perfect like dude role for a movie like this. You need one of those. There's usually a couple of them. But Dylan's like the bad one, and then Mike's the good one of the Alpha Bros. Yeah. And I kind of love it. They have a good juxtaposition with each other too, because they're so fucking opposite. Like Dylan just wants to bang and nobody, like, everyone just thinks he's a horn dog dipshit, which he kind of is. But I really wasn't in. I really was into their whole relationship and everything, and their little beef, even though it got really bad at the end. And I guess Dylan kind of wins the beef, which sucks ass.
Yeah, but in a way he doesn't, though, because doesn't he die?
Yeah, but he dies later on.
Oh, yeah, Lauren takes the cake.
Yeah.
Lauren, my little girl that has that shots full of chutzpah. She finds out what he did to her best friend. Well, not best friend, but like twin brother. And she just goes all out. Like immaculate Sydney Sweeney. Go all out. Like smashing him in the head with rocks. Like he gone.
Yeah.
And it's just so funny to see that happen because she like is just covered in blood and gets up and she's like, that's better.
I really thought she was going to like die second in the movie. That's like what I say about the people that end up being the main characters and who don't is really surprising in this movie. Lauren is somebody I thought like she was just fucking Peter's hoochie mama. Yeah. Like she was just his little girlfriend. I thought she was going to die like second or third, maybe even first. I didn't think she was going to end up at the end of the movie with blood on her face, looking like Rambo, being a fucking badass. Like she ends up being really a good character arc in this movie.
Yeah.
And that's what I like about this. For being like a dumb slasher movie, everybody has a little bit of a character arc and they all grow a little bit. The ones that survive like are different from how they started.
Yeah.
And you can't always get that in movies like this.
No.
So that's something I really appreciate. Ben is another one who's by far one of my favorite characters. Like you said about him talking shit to the kids at the bus in the beginning. Love that. But I also love his relationship with Ashley and how they're so fucking tight. And I feel bad for poor Ashley.
Poor Ashley.
But her and him are just the ultimate like gay dude girl best friend combo of like it does not feel forced at all. It feels like these two would always hang out with each other in this situation.
Yeah.
Those two like made sense as friends.
Mm-hmm.
And they had great chemistry together.
They really did. Like their chemistry was unmatched. They had very good chemistry with each other, especially when they're splitting up the bunks. And Ben's like, ew, I don't want that one. It's gross.
Yeah.
It's just like, grow up. You're the guy. And it's like, because I've had guy best friends, and they will do that to you, unfortunately. Yeah. Like, if they see a mess that's disgusting, they're like, and they run away.
Yeah.
So that was very real.
Yeah.
For me watching it, I felt like all the characters honestly were on point except for Peter. Peter really pissed me off. But also what pissed me off is how are you going to be a family full of secrets and keep your secrets within the family, but you're not going to tell the youngest son, who you know is going to perform that ritual.
Yeah.
His brother knew. His brother saw the needles. He knew about the ritual. He should have said something. And
it makes sense that, he's too immature, so we can't trust him. But still, you got to find a way to get that across, so he doesn't want to do that shit, and he's kind of afraid of it.
Exactly.
The fact that
like,
he
at
thought
least
it was
scare
fun.
him.
I will say, I think Peter's character works in one way, is which it affects the rest of the family. That like he never could really like grow up, even in the like when it was time to take shit seriously, he just couldn't do it.
Yeah, he had Peter Pan syndrome.
Yeah, he just was very. Like he just folded under pressure. He couldn't get it done. And like the fact that the rest of the family had to sit and like watch him not be able to do that. And even like we're full in the spoiler territory at this point. The fact that he dies and he like, and it's emotional when Sean's like looking at him and it's like, oh, he let his little brother down. And it's like they could never really get him to mature either. And they kind of blame themselves. Mm-hmm. I thought that his character works within that. But while he's on screen, I just think he's the most annoying character.
Even more annoying than that sheriff?
The sheriff's kind of funny.
The sheriff was fucking annoying, man. He showed up and he's just like, wait, who? Yeah. And Lauren's like, Agatha, we brought her back by giving her something to heal. And they all like raised up their fingers. And like all of a sudden the sheriff's car shorted out and lost power and whatnot. And he's like, I can't do this again. I cannot. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Because they just found out about Heather. Heather confirmed that it was other kids too, not just her. And he just made it clear, like, nope.
Yeah,
not doing it. Absolutely not.
Yep.
And he gets to the point where he even robs a freaking freaking pizza driver. This guy, he's just trying to deliver pizza, and his father's Chevy. That's it. Mm-hmm. And all of a sudden, he has all these kids like jumping all over the car and everything. Kids as in counselors.
Yeah. And
then the officer shoots off into this guy and it's like, get out of the car and like arrest the police's delivery, man. He didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah.
Like, why you gotta arrest him? Why didn't you just ask him for a ride? Like, you're a police officer. That would have been so simple for you.
Yeah.
Like, hey, my car broke down. I need to get the hell out of here. Can I have a ride? Boom. There you go. But no, you had to arrest the guy. I felt mad. I felt bad for the pizza man.
I feel you with that. He got fucked over.
He really did.
That was a hilarious scene.
He didn't even get his $17.
No, but it was funny. It was funny. But speaking of kids, movies like this, it's hard because when you think of summer camps, those are places that kids go to. Unless it's like a fucking fat camp where it's like adults are trying to lose weight or something.
No, there's fat camps for kids too, though.
Yeah, I know. But there's some adult, like Bible camp. I think there's like adult Bible camps probably. But
I went to Bible camp.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't spend the night, but I did go to Bible camp.
Yeah. And there's church camps and stuff. So, but the kids that go to these camps, when you talk about, oh, we're going to have a killer and he's going to kill all the camp counselors, the question of the kids is always the hardest part in these movies. What do we do? Because we can't kill kids. That's fucking crazy. And it's not like a good look, even if it's in a movie. That's the one thing that people can't get past. Everything else is like entertainment. We've seen people do horrible shit on screen, but you can't kill kids and you can't kill puppies.
At least not on screen.
It's the worst shit to do. And it just always feels tasteless. It never really works. It makes you not like a movie. It just doesn't work.
Yeah.
And
that's actually what got Dizzle here, not a Mark Wahlberg fan and hating the movie Fear.
Bitch. Yeah, I'll never like Wahlberg.
He hated that movie, that Fear, that came out with him and Reese Witherspoon because the dog got beheaded.
Yeah, he killed the dog.
Doggy door.
Yeah.
And Daniel does not like violence against animals.
Yeah.
So he was very angry.
And there's been a few horror movies that I've seen. And I don't just not watch a horror movie because they kill an animal. But it is like, why? Just kill the people. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm cool with that.
And like Michael Myers, like even him, like if he's around children that are a certain age, he won't hurt them.
He won't do it, and Jason really won't either. So there's a lot of like things with that. So it's hard to like, because you have this guy that's like going to kill everybody, but then you have this question. So usually these movies send the kids away, like they did at first that they tried to do. Yeah. There's a lot of movies where that like, oh, it's a camp slasher. Oh, the kids are either going away or we're coming to set up before the kids get there. Yeah. They usually have a way around it so where the kids aren't there. There's a few movies like Friday Part 6. The kids are there, but Jason just like walks past them and doesn't.
Sleepaway Camp.
Yeah, there is movies where they're present and they just don't get fucked with. But a lot of the times the cheat code is like, all right, just get them out of there so we don't have to deal with that. This, I think, utilizes the kids in the best way I've ever seen in one of these, to where the kids are there, they get possessed by old Agatha, and they end up fucking killing people in their own right. And that's crazy just to think of because that's, I mean, it's creepy, it's scary. And it's
I've
weird.
seen kid killers before.
Yeah.
I even saw the movie The Children, which was based off of 1968's The Brood, which we all know that was like an airborne illness that the children got that turned them into killers. And that was even pretty gory. Yeah. But this movie even stood out for me more because the kids, they were so innocent.
Yeah. And old Dennis was such an adorable little guy. And then he ends up being a bloodthirsty asshole. It's like, Jesus Christ.
And he's just worried about his blood sugar.
Yeah. Yeah. And it was funny. And the scene with Sean on the bus with the kids when they end up getting possessed is so creepy, and it's kind of a little funny, and it's like it's a really good scene, and it shows like how good of an actor Sean is too, because like he's like communicating, he's like, all right, be quiet, we're gonna be quiet, and they're being all noisy, and then he goes out and then they're quiet, and he's like, oh, and he's like, all right, good job, but he's a little uneasy. He fucking lowers the roof of the car, or the whatever the fuck, the hood. And then he opens it back up and then lowers it. The kids are gone. And he's like, fuck, I just lost all these kids. Holy shit. And
so he puts 2 and 2 together and calls Grandpa.
Yeah. Because he hears like, the noises
it's past
too.
9.
Yeah.
Like, this better be good. And he's like, you have no idea. Like, I lost the campers. Peter did the ritual. And he's like, Peter did the what? And Grandpa was on his way right after that.
Yeah.
And I find that kind of funny because Grandpa was trying to retire.
Well, Grandpa, we'll get into that piece of shit too, because he ends up being like kind of the biggest scumbag of this whole deal.
Yeah.
But I love the cast. I'm gonna get into my favorite kill now, even though we got more. But Mike does get written off slowly after like where we're at in the story right now.
Okay.
Because right around here is when, because the kids end up. Oh, Ashley gets it bad too because she does. This is before Mike, so we'll get into Ashley first. But Ashley and Ben, after they're getting the bunk situated.
Well, V gets it first.
Yeah.
And V gets it bad.
Yeah, V gets fucked up.
But Ashley, I do concur, does.
Ashley is the one with Ben where she sees the way. That is her, right? Okay.
Yeah, because unfortunately, if you don't prick your finger like they were doing, then you don't get touched. So all these kids were going after her, but they were all passing Ben.
Yeah, because he didn't do it.
And he's like came to terms like with like, oh, I didn't do this. Yeah. That's why.
Because fucking asshole Peter made her do it. That she was walking away with Ben. He's like, come on, do the ceremony. And she's like, all right, fine, I'm leaving, but I'll do it. And Ben didn't do it. And that was the best decision that fucking kid ever made in his life. And
saved his life.
It did save his life because all those bloodthirsty animals fucking tore poor Ashley apart.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, she got fucked up. But my boy Mike, this is so vicious because I think it's the best scene in the movie. They have kind of a plan of what they're going to do. Dylan seems okay with it. They're going to trap the kids in the fucking garage area. And Mike's going to fucking run.
Oh, okay. I see where you're going.
It's so good. It's such a well done scene. Because he runs into the garage and we have this plan. Okay, we're gonna trap him in, and Dylan's like, yeah, sure, boss.
Okay.
And he runs in. He goes up the stairs. The kids are fucking on his ass. Dylan, fuck you. Door shut. Eat dick, Mike. You're dead. And this poor fucker gets slaughtered alive.
He like kicks him down the stairs.
It's so. And the first time I watched that, I was like, because I really liked Mike, and I thought he was gonna make it. And I was like, I knew when they made the plan that shit was gonna go haywire, but I didn't know Mike was gonna get directly fucked up like that, and like in a swarm. It was like a zombie movie the way they like ate him apart.
It really was. It was kind of like Dawn of the Dead.
Yeah, he like got swallowed under the crowd, and it's like poor fucking Mike, dude. And he's my favorite character in the movie, and this is my favorite kill because it's emotional and it's like the dickhead did what the dickhead would do in the story, and it made sense. He did not like Mike the whole time, so it made sense he would fuck him over.
Yeah.
Everybody else reacted like accordingly, like, what the fuck? What are you doing, you son of a bitch?
What the hell?
Yeah, and he's like, oh, he didn't make it. It's like, no, we know why he didn't make it.
So my favorite to concur with that is gonna have to be Dylan.
Oh yeah.
Because I feel that if somebody hurt him or hurt my older brother Doug, I would go batshit. Because she did. She went batshit crazy.
Yeah, oh Lord.
Smashing the face in, going the extra mile. Like, she didn't care. Yeah. She wanted to make sure that this kid wasn't even murdered, but he was obliterated from planet Earth. He was extinct.
And him already being burned alive was a crazy visual of him. His like half a face, like fucking talking.
I know, and she just like, "Where's my brother?" And he like smash. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, it was a satisfying.
Hasn't he suffered enough? But that was a really good kill. Yeah. As far as good kills go, that was a really good kill, and that was why she was basically covered in guts.
Yeah, because we've referenced the great Trent of the Friday remake. You need a dick. You need a fucking pure douchebag. You need like a central antagonist.
Even Kevin Feber had one. I can't remember his name. The blonde guy, the one that hit out.
Yeah. I forgot his name.
Trent, isn't it Trent?
No, it might.
No,
be.
Trent is the guy from Friday the 13th.
Yeah. Trent's a good dick name though, but they. I mean, I don't know a lot of non-dick.
Don't
Trents,
name your kids Trent.
But yeah, I love the way they did it. And I love the way you need to have a central antagonist like an Agatha, like
absolutely.
a Jason Voorhees, like a villain. Yeah. But then you need like a dick who's like, he's going to end up dying, but he's the one you don't feel bad for. No. You need a douchebag. Every movie has one.
Yeah.
Not even camp slashers, but especially camp slashers.
But we had two. We had Peter and we had Dylan.
Yeah. But Peter was supposed to be something different.
Yeah.
He wasn't supposed to be that unlikable. That's just how it came across. Hey, we're killing it. But... And everybody comment, what are we
next week, everybody make sure you vote either on here or on TikTok as well. We will be voting between two campy slasher kind of 80 B films. We're going to be doing Sleepaway Camp, which is on Tubi, or if you go for number 2, that's going to be Cheerleader Camp, which you can find that on YouTube.
That's next week, so you can drop that in the comments, which one you'd like to see us review, and that's what we're going to be doing. And the poll will probably concur around Wednesday or Thursday is probably when I'll pull it. So, but back to She Came Through the Woods. The McAllister family, and we're going to get into the old Briarbrook boner, old Gilbert, because there is no reason he needed to fuck that witch. That is the one thing in this movie that he had all
his
of this.
His daughter didn't even know.
Yeah, he is a piece of. First, he didn't say about retiring, and now he's like, "Oh yeah."
And he didn't burn her daughter's file either.
Yeah.
So the kids found it.
Yeah, dude.
And like that was something that was never supposed to happen.
Yeah.
But it happened because Daddy Douchebag decided not to freaking delete it.
Yeah.
His name is not Daddy Douchebag.
And he had a great ending with Mary Me and Brian Book, and then the whole fucking face getting blown off.
Yeah.
But I do like there was no reason to bust out the Briar Brook boner and bang that witch, because it caused all of this.
Yeah.
This is all Grandpa's fault. And it was a cool backstory. And I love when he's kind of telling the history of it in that little silhouette shit.
Mhm.
For a low budget movie, like that felt high budget Tim Burton shit.
Yeah.
Like that felt like a cool little slideshow of like art. And like it was cool as fuck. I really enjoyed that. That was one of the scenes in this that's like, oh, that kind of makes it like an elite movie.
Yeah.
Like doing little shit like that.
I feel like if this movie would have went to theaters for a couple weeks, it probably would have made a little bit of cash.
Well, it did go to theaters for a little bit.
Did it?
Yeah, it was in select theaters. I don't have any numbers.
Okay. It was also COVID though.
Yeah.
Because it was like 2020.
Yeah.
So, I mean, even though it came out in select theaters, most of you probably watched it on streaming, which is fine because it's a really good movie. Honestly, we find ourselves going back to this film a lot, even just to reference.
Yeah, even if it was nice to talk about it again here, but I watched this one. It came out in 2022. I've probably seen it once a year since.
Okay.
So it's one that I like to check out. Like I watched it recently. That's why I wanted to do it. Because it's just a fun one that I always, especially in the summertime or around Halloween, it's a fun little, because it's different and it's still good. And like I've said low budget a few times, but that doesn't mean it's an independent movie that's fucking actually looks really good, shot very well. Like this isn't the fucking Winnie the Pooh shit. This looks way better than that movie.
Which we are getting a third one.
Oh God. But it feels like it's a real cinematic experience. It's real cinema, and I really do enjoy it.
Yeah.
And I think
I agree.
The backstory of Agatha works. The whole story of it, like it's nice and campy.
And the fact that she's kind of alive too, because we do see her. Yeah. We see her running away.
She's a creepy bitch.
And she's really creepy. And like, even though you only get a couple shots of her here and there, it's enough. Honestly, between the story and her, it's enough. You don't really need it. It's not like a boogeyman where you like really want to see the creature, or like, what's the other one? Cloverfield. Yeah. Where you really want to see the creature, but you don't get a good look. You get a good look at her. And between that and the urban legend and Heather and everything, and the father coming in, the grandfather coming in and whatnot, you put two and two together, and it's a good piece.
It really is. And the fact that the mom, Heather, is a certified OG. Yeah. And we haven't talked about her nearly enough because she's the main character of the movie when you think about it.
Yeah, she got her freaking ear blown off. She tried to freaking call 911 and she gets her eardrum just pop, and it's like, ah!
Because our final cast, right? And tell me if I'm leaving anybody out.
Okay.
Heather stands. Yes. Sean stands.
Yes.
Lauren stands.
Yes.
Grandpa bites the dust.
Ben stands. Who else? Is that That's it?
That's the final cast.
I'm pretty sure that's it.
And I think all of those characters are very deserving. It's fun watching them journey throughout and like make it there. And the ones that you think are going to make it that don't, it's fun watching them bite the dust. Because it's like, holy shit, this came out of nowhere.
And you think Lauren would be a little bit upset that she killed her brother's murderer when he wasn't really dead? Yeah. But she was completely cool with it. She was just like, oh my God, I'm so happy you're okay. And it's like, what about the guy you murked?
Yeah. And the one only, I will say my one critique on that and her, I talked about how much it affected the family and Sean that Peter died. She did not give a fuck. She did, besides getting more stoic, I did not really see a scene where she was
she was a little empathetic when the police officer drove up and was asking everybody what happened. And she's like, Agatha. And like showed him what she did. So she was a little sympathetic right there. But you are right. Yeah. Other than that, she really didn't show sympathy.
She wasn't super effective for being his girlfriend. That like we're introduced to her through him and being his girl.
And you would think that she would cry and scream and whatnot. And I think she does scream. Yeah. But that's about it.
And you can make an argument that, well, by that point she had already kind of, because when shit went down, she was already kind of full of his shit. Yeah. And it's like, all right, we need to take this serious now.
Exactly.
So you could say by that point she was kind of over him already, but still, like that's your boyfriend. You were fucking like this morning. You can be upset that he's dead.
Yeah.
You know,
show a little bit of remorse.
Yeah, there shouldn't be too much to that. I mean, I'm sure there's a couple girls I've slept with in the morning that wouldn't mind seeing me dead later on, but you know, that's the way life goes.
Working with family, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. I think we touched on this great.
Yeah.
Is there any more you want to give on it before we give a rating?
Honestly, no, except for the fact that if your kid is getting cuts and bruises every single day, question it.
Yeah.
Okay, don't just write it off that they're little accidents and she's accident prone. Question it. Come on. Because if he would have questioned it from the beginning, I don't think anything would have happened with the kids. But he didn't question it. He just thought his kid was clumsy. No.
Yeah.
You don't think they're clumsy, and you don't tell them that there's no monsters. 2 things you don't do with kids in horror movies.
Yeah.
Because unfortunately, when they say there's a monster in the closet, there's normally a monster in the damn closet.
And we did leave this open for a sequel because
Yes.
it is implied that they did not get rid of Agatha. And
Yes.
She's still in this picture.
I have heard little whisperings because there's been a lot of sequels being brought up. And I did hear some whispers about this getting a sequel. I really hope it does. I really hope it does. But one that is getting a sequel that is coming to theaters that I have yet to discuss with you guys is Child's Play.
Ooh.
Chucky. He is going to be getting another one in theaters.
Can't get rid of
And
that
Don
son of a bitch.
Mancini said at Steel City HorrorCon, which is in Pittsburgh, so me and him didn't end up getting to go because it was really expensive. He said with Fiona and Brad Dourif that he was going to bring Chucky back to like his original horror roots.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be a scary movie. So we'll see.
No Jennifer Tilly.
We'll see. I don't think Jennifer Tilly's gonna be in it. She might be because they're doing the whole like after like the curse and cults and whatnot. So she very well could be in it because they're also involving the kids from the series.
Yeah.
So I don't know. He's still writing it, so anything can happen.
Oh, while we're talking about news, the Resident Evil trailer dropped.
Did it?
For the new movie. And I know we weren't happy that they were rebooting the one that we liked, but
Wait, Raccoon City?
Yeah, they're doing another reboot. It's not a
Aw.
sequel. But it looks fucking awesome.
But it's not ours.
It's still, I mean, it's set in Raccoon City, and it's still that type of deal.
Oh,
But
it's still like animated?
no, it's
Oh.
right. It's a live action reboot.
True.
It looks awesome. It looks like the first time they're gonna do it great as a horror movie.
Okay.
Because the one we liked was good, but there are issues with it. Whereas
Yeah.
this one, it looks like a really pure, good horror movie with like a
Okay.
good zombie movie. So I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, Daniel loves a good zombie movie.
You're damn right. Eating brains.
That is one thing that you can get him on is a zombie movie.
Is a zombie.
Yeah, like I even told him that he has to watch Revenge of the Killer Toilet. Zombie ass 2, Revenge of the Killer Toilet. One of the stupidest things I've ever seen, but Kevin wanted to watch it. So
there you go. I'm going to give this movie a rating. It's a 9.2. I
you're
love
going
this one.
high.
Yeah, I'm going high because it's a fun movie that's way better than it has any reason to be. And it's a really entertaining watch.
Okay, I was going to go 9.
Okay.
Because I still feel like there was some parts that were lacking. Like, why wouldn't you tell both of your freaking kids?
Yeah.
Like, especially when one of them's walking around in front of you, telling you that he's going to do this ritual.
Yeah.
And you're just like, oh, it's okay. Like, no,
I mean,
he's
they
going to
were-
actually do it.
They were mad at him, but they weren't mad enough to stop it.
Yeah, and I feel like if somebody would have said something, one of the adults would have stopped it. Maybe everything wouldn't have gotten as far, but it wouldn't have been as good as a movie. But like I said, I've seen killer kid movies a lot, more than your average person, and this probably, between this and the movie The Children from 2008, go and watch it, it's amazing. I would say it's neck and neck with it, so I'd have to give it a 9.
So there you go. Everybody make sure to vote on our poll for Sleepaway Camp versus Cheerleader Camp.
Yes.
And give them a fat hootie hoo, Mindy.
Hooty hoo! Make sure you like and subscribe.
We'll see everybody next time. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.